YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about the power ballad Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. This 1981 song was a great tune. Sounds great on acoustic guitar, a little bit slower than probably Journey would play it, but it's a simple chord sequence, and the guitar's in standard tuning. So as before, I'm going to play a snippet of the song, and then I'm going to break it down for you and show you how to play this great tune. The ladies love this one, so pay attention. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going nowhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Stranger waiting up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Street light people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing. All right, let's go ahead and talk about how to play this great tune. First of all, the guitar's in standard tuning, so there's really no issues there. It starts out, there's 6 chords in the song. Yeah, about 6 chords. No, 5 chords in the song. It starts out on an E, first position E. You know how to do that. Your middle finger is on the 2nd fret of the A string. Your ring finger is on the 2nd fret of the D string, and your pointer finger is on the 1st fret of the G string. And you're playing with the low E, so you got to make sure you catch that. So it's... You're just doing a sort of a pluck here. Okay? Second chord of the intro, and there's 4 chords in the intro, is a B. You make a B by putting your first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. You put your you lay your ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string, the G string, and the B string, and you're just playing the middle 4 strings. So that's a B. So it goes from an E to a B, and then it's going to go to a C sharp minor, which is made by putting your first finger over all the strings of the 4th fret. You put your middle finger on the 5th fret of the B string. You put your ring finger on the 6th fret of the D string, and your little finger on the 6th fret of the G string. And you're just plucking the middle 4 strings. You don't want to play this, the low E string. So you're getting a C sharp minor. And then you're going to go to an A chord, which is in the 1st position. The reason I play this with my first finger just laid down, and you do this by putting your first finger over the 2nd fret of the D string, G string, and B string. And you're just plucking from the A as the bass, the middle 4 strings. And the reason I'm playing it like that instead of like this is because you can do a little lead in as you go to the A. So it's... You just start on the 1st fret of the D string, and you're just sort of sliding into the 2nd fret of the D string. So the intro is played like this: A to a B, C sharp minor to an A. See how I get that? And it's all just finger picking. Very easy. Okay, the verses are exactly the same. They start out, the first line of the first verse is just E, just a small town girl living in a lonely world. So it's E, B, C sharp minor, and you're picking these to an A. And the second line is just a slight variation of this chord sequence. You go from an E to a B, same B as we did before. Then you're going to go to a G sharp minor. G sharp minor is made by putting your first finger over all the strings on the 4th fret. And you need to make sure you catch the 4th fret of the low E string. That is the G sharp. Then you put your ring finger on the 6th fret of the A string and your little finger on the 6th fret of the D string. And you're going to be playing the upper 4 strings pretty much. G sharp minor, and then you're going to resolve that to an A. So the second line of the song goes E to a B to a G sharp minor to an A. Okay, so really you have all the verses now because all the verses are basically that same way in that same sequence. So you're going E to a B, C sharp minor to an A, to an E, to a B, to a G sharp minor, to an A. And you can throw that little slide in every once in a while when you go to the A. Okay? So all the verses are exactly the same. You got to listen to the recording and the record in order to really get this how he sings the verses of the song. And you can sort of slow it down a little bit because you're playing an acoustic, and it sounds great. Okay, now let's talk about the chorus. Now, the chorus I think is great because it's playing off of a couple of really neat chords. One of them, and that's the first chord of the chorus, is a with a B, or rather a B with an A bass. And a B with an A bass is played by putting your little finger or your ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string, the G string, and the B string. So you're getting the B sound, sort of a half bar B, but you're leaving the A string open. So you're just plucking the middle 4 strings. So it's kind of an odd sounding chord, but it's a B with an A bass. And the reason you're playing like that is because you're going to immediately resolve to an A. So it's sometimes helpful to go ahead and position yourself with your first finger on the A, just like I showed you before, using your first finger, and then you're just going to sort of use your ring finger to sort of bounce off of the B with an A bass. So it's, and the reason that's important is because these are kind of like stabs. So it's stranger waiting, stranger. So it's B with an A bass to an A, B with an A bass. Okay, so that's how you do that in the chorus. So it's stranger waiting to an E. There's shadow searching in the night. Second line, so it's B with an A bass to an A, B with an A bass to an A, then resolve to an E. And the third line of the chorus is exactly the same. The fourth line is exactly the same, except after the last E, you're going to go back to an A and sort of have a little tacit pause. And then you're going to play the intro again, very slow acoustic intro. Just like I showed you before. Then you're going to play the next verse, which is exactly the same chords. You're going to go ahead and do the chorus again. The outro is basically playing the intro riff one time, as I just showed you, and then you're just going to stay on this, basically the first line chording, which starts on an E. Don't stop believing, hold on to that feeling, street light people And he just continues to repeat that over and over and over with, you know, vocal highlights, inflection, and you just sort of fade out on it. You can sort of ad lib at that particular point, and by that time the girls would be swooning on the... Okay, folks, that's how you play the song Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. This is a great tune. I have a little bit of tremolo on my guitar amp. You might have heard that, but the guitar's in standard tuning, and this is an easy song to play. The ladies love it. So, as before, if you have any questions about this song or any of the songs on my channel, go ahead and leave me a question or a comment. And as always, I'll catch you later.